Look up simple. Look. Alright, we good, we good. What's good, YouTube? It's my very first video on this channel. First video we're gonna be reacting to is Black and Can't Hoop. I seen this on Twitter. I try not to watch some of it on purpose so I can come on here and react to it first. Alright, nah, let's check it out.
Today, welcome by the way to the first Chris PG1 Black You Can't Play Basketball movie. The first case study in this video has to be Flight Reacts. Now, Flight Reacts really been trash for over 15 years on YouTube. I don't know when he started, but when I was a kid watching him in middle school, he was trash. 2024, I'm in my 20s now, and he's still trash, bruh. When I first started watching Flight Reacts, I thought he was autistic. I'm not gonna lie. I just thought he had an updated version of the autistics because, you know, I mean, just seeing him move on the court, it just wasn't adding up. Take a look at this clip right here. He's gonna shoot the ball, he's gonna air ball, then he's gonna run after it. After I saw that when I was in middle school, I was like, there's no way he's not missing a chromosome. But I found out he's not as
Bro, look how hard he running, bro. The boy had every intention of saving that ball.
autistic. He's just uncoordinated. Now, first up, we have to break down the build. Now, the build in basketball is one of the most important things. You could have a LeBron James build, but have no inside finishing badges. But, you know, we're not going to talk about that just yet in this video. But look, first up, Flight Reacts old build. Now, I'm not going to lie. Back in the day, he had the 1 mil limited protein badge on Hall of Fame build, and it really showed in his game. He just got bullied on the court. But the older he got, the more he started to grow into his grown man's body, so he gained weight, he was still trash. That's when I realized it's not really a size thing with Flight Reacts. It's not an autism thing. So what really is it? Uncoordinated? Well, let's break that down too. Now, breaking down the movement of Flight Reacts is pretty interesting because he's not athletic, but he's not slow at the same time. Sometimes he uses his speed, but he never really translates the speed into athleticism, if that makes sense. Sometimes he has the open lane, but instead of going straight up the court, he's gonna go off to the side. And that's really just a coordination issue to me, because he has the speed to get by the opponent, but he's just not really coordinated enough to do it in a smart way. Now, the touch around the rim with the layups, with the hook shots, obviously we can tell he's very uncoordinated. His jump shot just is not a fluid jump shot, and that's okay because as a black guy myself, we're not known to be the best shooters. Those are, you know, usually.
I ain't gonna lie, it's just like he throwing shit up. I ain't gonna lie. I seen a couple of his 1v1s, like in the past when I was younger. He just be throwing shit up. I ain't gonna. I can't cap. Can't cap.
The mixed guys and the white guys. Of course, you got a couple Ray Allens in there, but usually them white boys got them jumpers. So I'm not really worried about his jumper. I'm just worried about his movement on the floor, man. And it really just shows one thing. Yes, he's not the fastest guy, but he's fast enough to score. Yes, he's not the strongest guy, but he got bigger, so he's strong enough to score. He's just uncoordinated. And when you're uncoordinated in basketball, it's really hard to be good at all. And that's the biggest thing that I feel like Flight Reacts got to work on. I think he's like pushing 35. You know, Unc is getting up there in age, so I don't know if he can reach that.
God damn. He broke his. Look at his right ankle. Oh my God. Man, Flight. Man, they be doing it to you, my G. It's all
potential in his lifetime, but maybe if he gets reincarnated one day, hopefully God makes him able to, you know, at least run and move in a coordinated fashion on the court, man. Now, as a class of 1945 Harvard graduate, I was actually the first black dude to graduate from Harvard in the history of the world.
Right.
I realized one thing. Maybe he's faking it, because everyone's seen this clip when he was like 16 or 17, and he was moving like a good basketball player. So maybe he's been faking it all these years. And if he is, Flight, you really earn my respect. You're a bigger troller than me. Like, you're trolling more than me. That means a lot, my boy. But listen, I really think he just fell off. Because number one, I know you smokers won't admit it, but smoking actually limits your basketball skills. Of course, I know some D1 players who smoke. I know NBA players obviously smoke. But when you're just an average guy and you don't practice basketball every single day, and you smoke a lot of weed, that affects how much stamina you have on the court. I don't care what you smokers say. I don't care. It does. Now, Flight smokes a lot. We know that. Honestly, it's not a bad thing. It probably relieves stress, all that. You know, I don't got a problem with weed. I don't. But at the same time, that limits his stamina on the basketball court. So one thing I would say about that, I don't think he's faking it. I just think he fell off. If you don't practice something for a long time, you're gonna fall off. Now in high school, he's probably hooping every day. In high school, I hoop every day too. But now when I enter, college days, enter my 20s, I don't hoop at all no more. Really, I hoop maybe once a month. So I get it. The fall off is bound to happen. So I don't think he's faking it. I just think he got older. He practiced basketball less. He started smoking more, which means that he fell all the way off. That's my honest opinion on Flight React. Next up, we got KSI. Now, KSI was a...
Nah, before we go to the next one, I know I can 100% beat Flight in a one-on-one. KSI too. I could whoop his ass for sure.
Very interesting case study because his cranium and his forehead is just so massive. You would think he would have the basketball IQ of a John Stockton, of a LeBron James, but it's really the opposite. Now, like I said in my other video, I think KSI is the first Negro to travel back to the 50s just to steal their basketball moves. You could not tell me KSI would not have been a 5-time All-Star in 1960 against Bob Cousy. The way KSI moves on a basketball court is really one-on-one. And I'm starting to think that the big cranium is actually doing reverse damage. You see, when you have a big dome, a big cylinder.
God damn.
A big block on your forehead, it probably creates way too much IQ. So I think he's having an IQ overload where he's processing just way too much basketball, information, animations, attributes, that when he actually plays basketball on the floor, now hear me out, his cranium, his dome is taking over his body. And listen, when you have a big dome like that, you see, I have a small head. I'm not gonna lie. If you saw me in real life, you like, damn, your head kind of small. It's small. Now, with a small head, I'm able to move, cut, shoot. I'm athletic. Now, with that cranium dome and that big body, it kind of just overwrites his system. Now, one thing about KSI, we got to talk about his player build. He has a very unique player build. Now, he has the reverse Mark Henry, so he's not fat, but he's overly buff. So maybe that is basically holding his potential back on the basketball court. Now, as you can tell, basketball players are usually tall, slender, athletic, that's crazy. Or you can even say skinny, like a Ja Morant or a Trae Young, but usually they're, athletically built, skinny guys. And KSI is the opposite. With the reverse Mark Henry build, all your attributes go to your chest. Now, he has a big chest, big arms, but no basketball skills. He might be the first black person I ever seen in my life. Well, yeah, he's a basketball liability. A basketball liability. Now, one thing KSI has going for him or against him, he's a British black. Now, as a British black, they're different than American blacks. I say black, as like a far right Fox News anchor, you feel me? I don't say black, I say black. Anyways, he grew up eating
black. You gotta say it hard. Make sure you put your soul into it. You're black. Make them feel it.
Beans and toast. Now, the American Negro, we grew up eating soul food, chicken, collard greens, yams, which obviously gives you plus 10 attributes to each basketball category. This Negro probably grew up eating beans and toast for dinner. So it's different. I understand it's a different culture. He grew up calling football soccer. Calling soccer football. In America, we call football football and soccer soccer. It's a whole different culture. I get it. So maybe British blacks are different than American blacks. But I don't care, bro. If you black and you can't hoop, if your skin color is dark, I'm on your head, man. Now, do I think KSI can bounce back and learn basketball skills? Nah. It's too late now. He got Bob Cousy attributes. He got an overload system, forehead. Then he got the reverse Mark Henry build. It's too late. It's wraps. But listen, I got a plan. Now, I would have to kidnap KSI, right? Send him to America. I don't know if he's already here. And I would feed him KFC for 2 months straight. Hear me out. KFC for 2 months straight. Then we would see if his basketball skills improve. Now, you would have to get 3 lemonades per meal because the biscuits in the second week probably will take you out. You probably will die because the biscuits are dry. But listen.
Don't forget the... Never mind, I'm not going to say it. I ain't going to say it.
Maybe he gets some American black skills if he eats KFC for 2 weeks. No racist stuff. I'm not even trying to be racist. I'm like, for real. I'm trying to actually dig up and find a plan to rescue this Negro because he needs help. And I can't see another brother out here struggling on a basketball court like this. It hurts, man. It hurts. Like I said, reverse Mark Henry build, Bob Cousy attribute. Then he has the Hall of Fame boulder block forehead with no badges. So he's cooked. He's cooked. But we got a plan, KSI. If you watch this video, hit me up. I got you. 2 months straight, KFC, 3 lemonades per meal because their biscuits will take your ass out. Let's get it. Next up is Annoying TV. Now this one, I'ma tread lightly because he's been the butt of the jokes for like the last 10 years.
So far I'm 2-0. I'm 2-0 for sure. 2-0. KSI and Flight getting crushed. It's over with. I don't think Cash nasty in this video, but I'll mess over him too. Dead serious.
So I really don't want to do him like this. But when I say he might be the worst basketball player, forget black, of all time, I'm not exaggerating. Now, when you take a look at Annoying's build, yes, it's a 5'3" WNBA build, no badges. We get that. We get it. He has the reverse Sonic the Hedgehog build. We get it. He has the Cranium Dome Hall of Fame badge.
Damn.
We get it. We know. But the biggest liability I see out of Annoying TV is not really the basketball athleticism. It's just a pure will of being trash. And the shot selection, the handles, the three-point shot, the touch around the rim, the athleticism, the defense is one-on-one. One of one. It's worse than Flight. It's worse than the rest of the people in this video. It's worse than KSI. Because you see here, he has a build that would not exceed in any level. I don't care if he was trans. He could not make a WNBA G League team.
That's fucked up.
And I say that because he has a WNBA build, a John Stockton level of basketball IQ. Nah, wait, I said John Stockton. Bum Stockton level of basketball IQ. He has a jump shot of Draymond with 2 backpacks on. We know Draymond already has 1 backpack. He has the jump shot of Draymond with 2 backpacks on. He has the haircut, the cranium, the Sonic the Hedgehog, the athleticism. He would make Flight look like a world-class athlete. Let me chill. Now, I was thinking, if you let this young man drive to the rim in the WNBA, and let's say Angel Reese or Brittany Griner was defending the rim, that ball was getting sent to the stands. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys, man. It's bad. It's bad. Now, everyone wants to clown Annoying TV by his looks. I ain't gonna do it. Yes, he got a cranium dome, but shoot, so do a lot of people. You know, my forehead is big too. I can't lie. But look, the thing that really separates Annoying TV from the rest of the black community, the black, is I don't even think training will help. You see, he doesn't have a deficiency when it comes to smoking. He has stamina. His badges aren't equipped, but they're not on default. You feel me? Like, you could put him on. Somebody like Flight, his lungs are gone. I don't care if he, works out every day at the gym. His lungs are gone. To my knowledge, annoying TV lungs are fine. Pause. But the pure will of being trash is at the all-time high. Now you see, this hurts me more than it hurts him.
Right.
You see here, when I watch him play basketball, I get sad, man. Because it's not really the movement of his game. It's the WNBA build that gets me sad. He has no skill. He has the worst build I ever seen in my life. It's not like he's too skinny. It's not like he's too fat. He's just sloppy. And it shows with this play. Now, if I would have a conversation with this young man annoying TV, I would say, who let you get like this? Who? Because that was my son. I promise you, it would not be like that. Next up, we got the rappers.
Alright, I'm 3-0 so far if I go up against these people. Clean sweep. Flight, KSI, annoying. Getting swept. As far as I'm concerned, I'm the best YouTube hooper. You're gonna tell me otherwise. And the people that know me, they know I can hoop. Feel me? Clean sweep. Let's check out the rapper bill, because I know this finna be horrible.
Now, rappers are very interesting because they're built in different ways. You got the big back rappers who can't hoop. You got the skinny, short WNBA build, no muscle tone body rappers who can't play basketball. You also got the 5'2" midget WNBA build, aka 42 Doug. Now look, I get it. Different type of builds, different type of rappers, different type of midgets. But first up, we gotta talk about Lil Baby. Now, Lil Baby's interesting. Like I said in my other video about Lil Baby, he got a WNBA build, no muscle tone. You could not tell me he wouldn't be a good fever teammate for Caitlin Clark. Now, with everything about Lil Baby, just like Flight reacts, he has no lungs. All of his lungs are gone. He smokes too much. You know, he be coughing on his IG lives. He got limited stamina. Now, the biggest thing about Lil Baby, kind of like Flight reacts too, uncoordinated. Now, look, I get it. He's a rapper. He's not a hooper. Just because you're black doesn't mean you should play basketball.
Right.
Nah. If you're black and you can't hoop, I'm on yo ass.
Be
And
back.
Lil Baby.
3 hours later.
I've been gone for 3 hours. So, sorry about that. But let's get back to it.
Baby is on this list for a reason. Now, he had the worst shot in basketball black history easily. I mean, that was not close at all. Also, he has one.
Why they doing this, man? So dirty. I ain't gonna lie, I did see some of the highlights of this. I can't. Right. He can get better. He can get better. That's all I'm gonna say.
One of the worst just basketball builds. Now, he's a long arm, short body guy. Long arms. You know, he got a long wingspan, probably got a 6'2" wingspan on a 5'7" body. But listen, he does not use that on a basketball court. He's a walking cone out there, which means he's an easy lick. Next up, we got Nardo Wick. Same thing. Long arms. Just no athleticism. On this fast break, what is he doing? Nardo Wick. Stick to rapping, never hoop again. Next up, we got the British cadet 21 Savage. Now, like I said in my other video, the first Negro to travel and airball in the same possession. I mean, come on, man. How you gonna travel and airball? Pick one. That's ridiculous. Then we got 42 Doug. Now, this is a substitute teacher build. Know what I mean?
Man, it's a substitute teacher. I ain't gonna lie. He ain't gonna be able to hoop with that build. You feel me? You play some pickup ball like an old head, but if you trying to actually, compete, ain't much you can do. Feel me? That's just the way God made him.
Right.
But that's cool, you know.
5'1", 270, all legs, paws. I mean, he really just can't do much on the court, and it's not really his fault. He just, not only is he physically challenged, he's vertically challenged, and he's low-key sideways challenged too. He just built like one of those ladies who cook a mean-ass collard green. I mean, he probably does cook a mean collard green, but look, if you cook a mean collard green, you're not a hooper. And he's not a hooper. Now, some people say rappers don't have the time to be good basketball players, but that's cap. Rod Wave, all big back badges, is a bucket. J. Cole, bucket. There's other rappers who can hoop. Rick Ross, another big back, buckets. So I don't want to hear, rappers that don't have time to play basketball. Man, they got time. All they got to do is hop in the stew. They not in the studio cooking all day. They can hoop just like everybody else. On to the next. Last but not least, to wrap up this very short film, we got to talk about the YouTube roller coaster threats. I'm talking about all these 5'1" guys on YouTube like Kai Cenat, Deshae Frost, just guys who are vertically challenged. Now, we got to give these guys some hype booster badges like Kai Cenat because he's just too small out. Now, Kai Cenat has the 5'1" baby brother assist badge. Basically, if I'm up 20-0 playing somebody 1v1, I'm going to put in my little brother. Now, Kai Cenat's 5'1", so he really fits the description of a little brother. Now, I like him. His streams are good. That Kevin Hart stream was very funny, but he gotta be the worst, little person hooper I've ever seen in my life. Next up is Deshae Frost. Now, similar to Kai Cenat, he has Hall of Fame baby assist badge, but the grand badge, the ultimate badge Deshae Frost has is roller coaster beggar badge, because he's the type to go to, Six Flags, Disney, whatever, where he got some roller coasters, and he's gonna beg, please let me ride it, please let me ride it. Hall of Fame. He's too short out there, and that really reflects on his basketball play. He's trash. He's small. He's a basketball liability. It's honestly kind of sad because anyone over the height of 5'7" has a 10-inch advantage, and it's really hard to just succeed on a basketball court. But with the roller coaster grand badge, he has his ups and downs. He could get hot, he could get cold, but usually the ride is frightening, scary, but fun to watch because obviously the roller coaster grand badge. Thank you guys for watching this Chris PG1 short film. Let me know.
Alright, man, that's the end of the video. Feel me? I thought there was gonna be more people. I didn't know what to expect, but shit, I forgot what number I was on, like 3-0, 4-0, something like that. But at the end of the day, I'm sweeping all them niggas. Flight, Cash, KSI, all the rapper builds, Deshae, Kai, all of them getting cooked. You feel me? But I appreciate y'all for watching. I'm gonna be back with more drops, so just stay tuned. Peace.